Am I the asshole for reporting a delivery driver who I thought was lying to get out of doing some work? I'm going to be real with you, Chief. Right off the top, not going to read a single other thing that you say. Yes, absolutely, you're an asshole. Anyway, let's read on. Oh no. Posted by you, deleted. Oh, you know it's going to be a winner when they deleted their account after it. Throwaway account because I don't want this linked to my main. You knew. You fucking knew. Why did you even post this? You absolutely knew what the outcome was. Why would you fucking post this? So today for lunch, I decided to order from a Mexican restaurant through one of those food delivery services. I've had a bad experience or two where my order was missing some items, but the drivers would always be gone before I realized I could catch them to fix the issue. I'd always have to report it through the app support chat, which is such a pain to use because they obviously outsource their representatives and it's frustrating trying to communicate with them. I usually give up after a few messages back and forth. What food app are you using? Honestly, what? I will never give any sort of endorsement to DoorDash, right? Because, like, DoorDash is a terrible company. But every time I've had an issue with DoorDash, where something was missing, I don't even have to talk to somebody. I go, hey, this was missing, and they go, here's your money back. And I think it was the same way when I used Grubhub. No, it wasn't. That's not true. It was the same way when I used Uber Eats. It was not the same way when I used Grubhub. Grubhub robbed me, like, multiple times. But what fucking app are you using? Stop using that app! When my driver arrived, I told her to stay so I could check the bag and make sure everything was there. I noticed she kind of raised her eyebrow for a moment, but otherwise she stood quietly and waited. Sure enough, a couple things were missing. I politely said she needed to return to the restaurant and get my missing items. In a very neutral, rehearsed-sounding tone, she said that it's against company policy to do that, and I should contact support through the app. I explained that I preferred not to deal with support. She said they're the only ones who can help me, and she's really not supposed to go back to the restaurant. I was a bit annoyed at this point, so I asked what company policy was on making sure orders were correct. She said that restaurants close the bag for the drivers, and they're not meant to open them or the containers inside. Something about food violations and not being trained. After a moment, she apologized for the trouble and left. To me, this honestly just sounds like a bunch of BS excuses to get out of doing their whole job. If they can't go back to the restaurant, how are customers supposed to get their food money back? The app. The support in the app. She literally fucking told you, you dense bitch. If they can't open the bags to check the orders, how do they even know they're delivering the right food? It makes no sense to me. Your name's on it. Your name's on the bag. Have you ever ordered food through one of these apps before? The bags come sealed. Do you think the drivers do that? Do you think the drivers sit in their car and are like, ooh, I gotta get my McDonald's stickers. This order has been sealed by McDonald's. This order has been sealed by McDonald's. This order's been sealed by McDonald's. No, obviously they fucking don't. You fucking anus of a human being. This woman has to be like, I guess it didn't. I guess it didn't say if it was a man or a woman. I think I'm just thinking of the last post. This person, excuse me, I don't want to misgender OP. This person is an anus of a human being and is either 180 years old or the worst person on the planet. There is no middle ground. This is the type of person that people who know them see them in public and go, oh, hey, it's so good to see you, before they go on like a 20-minute rant about how they had to see a black person on the street the other day and it ruined their week. And that might seem out of pocket to you, but remember, the first thing that they complain about is that they outsource their representatives. What do we think that means, chat? Why would she hate that they outsource their representatives? What could be the signifier there? So, on the page where I rate my driver and leave feedback, I made a note of my situation, explained why I thought she was in the wrong. I then left 1 star and revoked my tip. A bit later, I was talking to my sister on the phone, who I thought would enjoy the story because she's a toothless harpy cackling bitch like I am. Oh my god, wait, no, it's so much worse. It's so much fucking worse. A bit later, I was talking to my sister over the phone, who I thought would enjoy the story because she works for a different but similar delivery company. My sister said, "Did you actually think she was going to go back to the restaurant?" I guffawed. I laughed away. I chortled with glee, thinking she was taking a dig at a competing company's drivers. But she just said, "I'm not joking. You literally reported her for following the rules." At first, I thought my sister had misunderstood a part of the story or something, because obviously I can't be in the wrong. So I kind of brushed it off, and now, based on her reaction, and what both her and the driver said, I'm wondering if they're right. Am I the asshole for reporting her? Of course you are! Of course you're the asshole. Of course you're the asshole. You are the worst person on the planet, and I hope you die alone. I hope you die surrounded by the people that love you, which has to be no one, given that this is how you are as a person. Oh no. Also, I just realized this is a 4-year-old post. I don't know why that was incontroversial, but here we are. Um, oh my, is the world really this small? Could this could be totally coincidence, and I guess I have no real way to confirm either way, but I had a very similar conversation with, oh, this is not her, this is a different deleted account from 4 years ago? Oh, get the tea, this is juicier than I thought. I really thought this was her responding. Oh my, is the world really this small? This could be a total coincidence, and I guess I have no really way to confirm either way, but I had a very similar conversation with a customer today over a missing burrito and a side of cheese dip. Even if you're not the person I talk to, I'm off the clock now, so I have some more words for you and people like you. First off, it's so annoying when people say, "Oh, hold on a second. I just want to make sure it's all here." Right then, I know I might be about to waste time having this exact conversation. Yes, it's scripted because it happens all the time, and it's easier to be prepared. Second off, I cannot return to the restaurant. If I don't mark your order as delivered in a given amount of time, I start getting calls from dispatch. If I mark your order as delivered, then go back to the restaurant, I've lost your order info because the system thinks I don't need it anymore. And usually I have another order waiting to be sent to me after yours. So I have to move on to that one. Third off, stop and think about it. Do you want a person you don't know opening your food containers with their hands that have been touching a steering wheel, dozens of door handles and doorbells, cash tips from questionable places, and that haven't been washed all day because they've been in a car? It's nasty and unsanitary. I try to verify with the restaurants, but most of the time they're practically shoving me out the door, so sorry. Fourth off, I spend literally all day, delivering food to people just to make money. With one of my companies, I have no choice but to deliver orders I'm given, so I can't be lazy. With the rest, I still can't be lazy because that means if I am, that means less money. You know nothing about this industry. I couldn't say this before, but I could say it now. You're the asshole. What else needs to be said? What else needs to be said? This woman's a monster. You're the asshole. Did you expect her to unwrap your burrito and make sure it had cheese on it too? The driver was correct and to revoke your tip was such an asshole move. Yeah. I started giving each item a little nibble just to make sure they were correct, and now I'm the asshole? This world makes no sense. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, this guy got her. Is your name Karen? Oh! Nailed him! This is a really good point. You're the asshole. I knew as soon as you described her as your driver and you told her to stay. Yeah, honestly, if I was doing any driving and someone told me to stay so they could check the food, I'd be like, "No. Goodbye." And then I'd take a picture of them with the food and leave. Does anyone have any sort of contrarian view? I don't think so. 4 years ago, Reddit was doing great. They fucking nailed it.